one of them went back, and he was going to come back, and Aldrich said he'd come back. But anyway, there's two over here in New York. Well, the ones that come over from over England, but they had their sons and things was born in New York City. That's where my grandpa was married. My granddad was born in New York City.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. And
what was his name?
Levi.
Levi Seabridge.
Uh-huh. And my dad his name was just Lee. This was Lee. And then my grandpa Buck's name was Levi too, Levi Buck. And there's two or three of those. I couldn't get a hold of them. None of them known because there's too many of them. Choosing which one to check. But anyway, this my granddad had four. Let's see, Uncle Fred and Uncle Arthur. Uncle Fred and Uncle Robert and Dad had three boys, and Lula and Maggie and Ruby and Lula, Maggie, and Ruby. Three girls, I think. So, and when he left town he left Kansas to go to California and find work, he was going to send for him. And there was Grandma Melville. She remarried after he stayed away for long. But when Dad was 8 years old, he left and went out there, and Dad never saw him again.
Levi is the one that left?
He never saw his dad. He was 8 years old when he left.
It makes you wonder if something happened to him, or...
No, one of my dad's brothers, after they grew up in California, two of them, Uncle Fred and Uncle Robert, one of them found him in Sacramento. He lived down there. They run across him in Sacramento. Well, him and this woman he married, Elizabeth somebody, was going to come back to see the kids here in Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
And Dad and Abby was going to go up there and see him. And this about the time he got ready to come, he was right at 100 years old, and he got sick and couldn't come. So she came. So Dad then went up to see her. But he didn't see his dad because he wasn't able to come. He was 99 years old.
Mm.
And he died he liked a day being 100 when he died.
Good
and Grandpa
God.
Buck liked 2 days being 100 before he died. He lived down here in Tuttle, Oklahoma. That was Mama's dad. And they can't find nothing on them any further back than Grandpa.
So your grandpa and his brothers were living in Kansas at the time that his Levi
Dad
left?
left in Atlanta.
Atlanta,
Kansas. Atlanta, Kansas.
Hmm.
And I've got a cousin who lives up there too. had 3 or 4 cousins up there, and I've just got one left. Maybe one of the girls is still living. I don't know. One more has come down to see us. We went up to see him on his 50th wedding anniversary, Audrey and Douglas and me. And he was a cousin, Chandler. He used to come down and see us, and he still lives there in Atlanta. Haven't seen him since then.
Well, where were you born again?
Arkansas. Waldron, Arkansas.
Waldron?
And now you go on the interstate and you can just look across over there and see it. It's a big city now. And when I was born, just one little street right down the middle of the Rocky Mountains. That's way back in 1918.
So your first memories are probably from Arkansas somewhere? And...
I don't remember nothing about Arkansas. We left here when I was 2 months old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Dad.
Where'd you move to? Texas? Or?
Tuttle, Oklahoma. We moved down and come to Granddad's house, and then we moved from there up to Ponca. And Dad, why he ever went down there, I don't know in the first place. He left Kansas and went down to Arkansas. Why, I don't know. But he traded a team and wagon for a farm in Kansas, out in Arkansas. Then, and he got there plowed up, put in the garden and stuff, and a crop, all rock. Just and rock hills, all in mud.
Well, it sounds like
they lived there 1 year.
Pretty good trade.
I lived there a year. Yeah, but
wagon?
they couldn't plant nothing. It was all rock. They got some rocks to kill any garden or anything planted. And I think they lived there a year, maybe 2. And then when we left, they traded the property for another team and wagon.
Oh, God.
And Mama and me and the girls, Louise and Alice, come back on the train, and I was 2 months old. And the boys come back with Dad in the team and wagon. Well, just before they got to Grandpa Buck down there in Tuttle, they had a half a slice of bread and a half piece of onion left. Harold said, "Anybody want this onion and bread?" And then most of the other boys said no, and Dad said no. But boy, Harold just chunked down. They starved to death.
Oh, my.
I guess back those days we didn't have nothing. Absolutely nothing. It was pitiful.
So you remember Tuttle?
Yeah? They lived out in the country. We went down there on New Year's one year. I think it's taking New. When they had a ball game anyway. So we ate dinner, and everybody cleaned their plates up and turned them over upside down on the table. Only Grandpa. We had to wash his because he wouldn't eat out of the ready plate. Washed his plate. But the rest of them we turned all over on there, and went to the football game, and pedaled. We came back, just got the food up and warmed it up and turned the plates over and said, "Oh my God, I wouldn't do that again in 100 years. That was awful." I was just about 9, 10 years old. I thought, "Oh my God." And my Aunt Sarah was there. The first time I ever saw her, and the last time I ever saw her. And she had a beautiful diamond ring, so she said, "When I'm gone, I want you to have this ring." And I started saying, "Why don't you give it to me now?" I didn't, and I never did get it.
Yeah.
But she married somebody that had 2 kids, and they got them. They got everything she had. I didn't get nothing.
And this Aunt Sarah
And
was
Mom was only sister.
your mom's sister?
Mm-hmm. Aunt Sarah. Aunt Sarah and Mom was the only 2 girls. The rest of them were boys.
Mm.
Had Alfred and Homer and Arthur and Marion and Arthur and Homer, Marion, and so what was the other name? Arthur had 12 kids. Marion just had one. His boy lives still over here at Cherokee someplace. And then Arthur had 12, and Uncle Homer had 2 sets. He had three boys and a girl by the first marriage, and then or 2 girls, and then the next one he had 3 boys and a girl by the second one. That was Yetta. Then Uncle Alfred and Yetta had 1, and Uncle Marion had 2, and Uncle Arthur had 12. I guess that's all they had.
Hmm.
But
So where'd you go from Tuttle?
we moved to Fairfax.
Fairfax? How old were you when you moved there?
I was about 3 or 4 years old,
Hmm.
and I lived there until I was about 16 or 17.
So in Tuttle is where you met your Aunt Rose, or what was it? Had the ring?
Oh, Aunt Sarah, yeah.
Sarah, yeah.
She came up to Homer's house when we were down there one time. She came up to Homer's house, and that's the first time Mama had seen her for a long, long time.
How old were you then?
Oh, I was about 10 or 12 years old, maybe.
Mhm.
Maybe not that old, I don't remember. Anyway,
So
I was
3 or
a
4
kid.
when you moved to
I was
Fairfax?
just a kid, yeah. And I lived right there on that corner on 7th Street, just up from where the cemetery is. You come up 2 blocks, and we lived right, there's a house on the corner, and we lived a house right down here on this other corner, on the other street. We lived there, by the time we moved there when I was 2 or 3 years old, and we lived there until Mama, no. Yeah, we moved from there then, and Dad went to Barnsdall and went into running station over to Barnsdall, and that's when Mama got sick. We moved back to Fairfax, and he had a running station down in Fairfax, and that's where she died, was there on that corner there. And then I was about 13 then.
Your mom?
When Mom died, I was 13. So I went to stay with Louise and Elmer for a while. Then I come back and stayed with Albie and Dad for a while. Then I come up here and stayed with Ernie and Eugene for a while. Then I went back to stay with Albie and Dad. Then I went back to Ernie and then went to finish school over Burbank. And that's where I was finished school. When I left school over Burbank, I went to Texas.
So it's back and forth between Fairfax and Ponca and Burbank?
I went to school in Burbank.
Because Louise and Elmer lived here in Ponca, or
No, they lived in Fairfax then.
Fairfax then? Confused.
Well, when I was a kid, though, when I was living with them, they lived in Blackburn on the farm.
Mm.
They lived down there on the farm then. And then Alice and Jim used to live down there too, across from them. And Dick and Eddie lived up the hill from them. That's Honey's dad, you know. They lived up the hill from them. And but I went to school there. I started school in Fairfax and went to school until 7th grade.
And then you finished up in Burbank?
Well, I went to school in Blackburn for, and West Bend, went out there for a year. And Hansel, Elmer's sister-in-law, taught school out there. She taught all 6th grade, till 6th grade. And I went out there 1 year. Then I went into town. When she was in town, I went into town in 7th grade, stayed with her, went to school in Blackburn, and then come up to Burbank. Then went to school. I started school up here.
Well, when did you first meet Frank?
When I left school here and went to Texas, Howard and them lived there. That's the reason why I went down. Howard and Honey, they lived down there then. Just down the street from where Frank and them used to live on Baylor. They lived down the street. And
you were staying with Howard and
we're
Honey?
on First Street, and I was staying in Howard and Honey. And somehow or other I helped him. Then I got a job helping Mom. She had a room as a boarder, and I went up there helping her. And that's where I met him, too, there at the house. And sometimes I don't know why I didn't just leave and come back to town and forget it the whole thing.
Grandma, if you did, I wouldn't be here.
He might not have been Michael.
Well, I would have been Francis or something. Maybe I would have been Frank. Well,
But anyway,
and he was done with school already because he was 2 years older, right?
he was 2 years older than me, yeah. He'd already graduated.
And you said he played a lot of instruments and stuff.
He could, oh, I'm telling you, did you ever hear anybody blow taps?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm telling you. The first time I heard him, I just had goosebumps. Oh, it just, ooh, I just broke out all over. We went to a funeral in Texas, and he was way up the road from the funeral, where they buried him down here. He was way up there, and he blew taps, and you could hear, oh, I'm telling you, that's the prettiest thing I ever heard in my life. Ain't nobody could blow it like he could. Nobody. He blew it in service. And
When did he first learn how to do that? Was it before the service?
he just automatic to him. Any kind of instrument, he just pick it up. String sharp, anything he could play.
So-
String sharp, Jew sharp, piano, anything he could play. Tuba, he played the tuba in the band.
So piano, and he just learned it.
Yeah,
Taught himself.
He just picked it up. Yeah, it just come to him. He could read music. I don't know. He never took any lessons or nothing. Just come to him. He's the only one who could do anything like that. James didn't amount to nothing. He couldn't do nothing. Mary couldn't either. Not dancer couldn't. So anybody that's musically inclined takes after him because, and none of my family is much. They don't pay anything much. Just got that granddad. Dad could draw. He could draw like the Dickens. Granddad Hibbs could. My dad couldn't do nothing but
So
Frankie saw.
Frankie, Uncle Frankie came along. Tell me about when he was born, because he was born before the war started, right? Or before?
No, see, I was read in 41. Frankie was born in August, and he was born in 42 in September.
So by the time he was inducted
And
into
he
the-
was, when Frankie left to go overseas, Frankie was about 3 or 4 months old. He was just little. And I was going to go over there and stay at Camp River, over at Muskogee. I was going to go over there and stay until he left. And I was there, and Mom had to go with him. She went down to the bus station and fell and broke her arm. And by God, I had to wait and say, that's her arm. She went with a broken arm and stayed over there all the time I was over there until he left. Then when he come back, Frankie was about 3 or 4 years old. He didn't know him when he come back. That made Frank mad because he didn't know Frankie, but he thought he ought to know him, but he didn't. He saw his pictures and everything, but he didn't know who he was. And I was going to go meet him on the bus, or the umbrella.
He was 3 months old?
And they was going to keep Frankie, and I was going to go meet him on the bus. Hell no. Mom kept the baby, and Mary got somebody to take me over there to meet him. So I left with somebody there, come back with somebody there. I just must have been, I could spit. Frankie was 2 or 3 years old. I got mad and said, to hell with it. I got up and come to Palm City, and I didn't go back till he come home. I just told him, I've had enough of you all. I'm just leaving, and I'm not coming back. And he was sick, and
Frankie?
he had tonsillitis and all that stuff. God, I thought he was 2 years old, took his tonsils out. He had it every 6 months. He had tonsillitis. Took him out. He didn't have more problem, but he had bronchitis, and he still got it.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's caused from that or what, but anyway, he still got it. And but I talked to him that one day, and he said his legs still bother him. He don't wear the brace anymore, but he just barely get around. He still have to take them pain pills to keep him hurting. It hurts all the time. And I said, my God. It looks to me like I tried to try that blue stuff on it, and well, he tried it didn't work. I said, well, you didn't give it enough chance, but it does work. I know it does. So if it works on Ligon's toes, it'll work on his leg. But
So-
we're just working just like that. He'd been working 6 and 7 days a week. And said he didn't know when he'd get to go over. I thought maybe he could come when the girls are here, maybe. And Ligon and Melanie and Austin and Laney is coming back when the girls are here.
All right.
So they're going to get to see the girls here.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Because Melanie wanted to see him. She hadn't seen him in a long time, and Ligon hadn't seen him in a long time. And so they're coming back when they come. So I'll be glad for Cheryl. Cheryl doesn't have that place out there. We're gonna have a picnic or something like that. We can either go to Cheryl's or go out here somewhere, but all of them's here. And Ligon said, when they all come back, he said, we're not eating. We're not cooking. We're just eating out. We're not cooking. I said, well, this is damn maybe we'll have to have a picnic or something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know what Marty eats anymore. I don't have to worry about Michelle. She'd eat about anything. But Marty don't. But she just eat what she wants. I can't. There for a while, she wasn't eating nothing.
She's probably eating something.
Well, I don't know what she'd eat. She didn't eat vegetables.
She ate vegetables.
She didn't eat berry products, and she didn't eat. She ate raw fish and vegetables, maybe.
Well, she's still alive. She's in better shape than any of us.
Oh, she's all right. I know she's healthy. She's healthier. She wouldn't still be around and traveling all the time. I wonder how much longer she got over there.
I don't know.
She said that they would.
I can't. She emailed me the other day and told me, but I think she said a few more weeks, but I can't remember.
Well, I think she was going to be gone for 3 weeks, and she'd been gone about 2. She may just have about another week.
Oh, okay.
And then she's going to. She told Ligon in Ligon's car. She sent Ligon a car too, and she said we're coming home sometime in mid-August, and she didn't say how mid. Whether it's 17th, 18th, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So as soon as she gets home, I want to find out if I can just when they're coming, so I can tell Ligon and they can, fix their place, their place where they can come. They hope she's on a weekend, sort of. So Melanie and her's off on weekends, so. And she has to, she can take a Friday off too, if they're off then. So I said, well, as soon as somebody hears from Marty when she gets home, let me know if she can find out when they're coming.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, back to Frankie.
back to Frankie.
He was born in what year now?
42.
1942. And that was the same year that Frank went in.
September 17th.
But he came back on leave or something, or after training or something. He was able to see him at the 3
No,
months?
he was in. He went to Altus. No. When he first went in, he volunteered first.
Mm-hmm.
When he got back, we were sitting in Borger in a cafe, and it come over the news that we declared war.
Pearl Harbor and all that.
And so we got up and come home, and he volunteered.
Did that make you mad,
So,
or
no. They took him down there, sent him down there. He wasn't heavy enough. They came him down there a week, and they fed him on ice cream and banana splits and everything he could eat. It was fattening. He never did put on any pounds, so they sent him home. He was home about a week and a half, and I'm some bitch they didn't bath him and take him back.
So he got drafted instead of volunteering.
And then he went to. He spent his time training in Muskogee. It's called Camp River in Muskogee. And then
I found a picture that somewhere that said Camp Wilson or something like that.
I don't know where that
Camp
was.
something or other. I don't.
And then when he come back, then one other time we went to see him, and he was in Altus, Oklahoma, down in Altus.
Yeah.
No, that was Frankie. That was Frankie that was in Altus. When he went in, he was in Altus. That's when he went from there and went to North Dakota, or way up there in the cold. No, Frank was in Gruber, and when he come in in somewhere in Texas, and then began to come on up to Amarillo. That's where he got off the bus at Amarillo, so I met him in Amarillo.
And then when was the last time?
But Frankie he was 4 years old when he come back. And
4 years old?
Mm-hmm. And Frankie didn't know him from Adam. He saw his picture. But he just, I tell him who it was, but it didn't mean anything, that 4-year-old.
Well, that's...
And he didn't know him, and he took up his hobby. Well, that thing made Frank mad. And because Frank wouldn't take him fishing. He wouldn't have anything to do with him. He didn't take him anywhere. He didn't play with him or nothing. So Frankie, when we moved up here then, so Albie, he took up with Albie, and Albie took him fishing, they didn't buy his car and all this, that, and the other. So he just took up with Albie, and Frank didn't care. He didn't want to take him fishing anyway, because if you open your mouth, you fish with Frank, he'd tell you to leave. You couldn't talk or nothing. You couldn't even move, Marty. You had to sit in one place and forget it. He didn't want no talk or nothing. He scared the fish. That's much of it.
Well.
So he just didn't. Frankie just didn't have too much. Well, they wasn't very close at all. He was closer to Albie because Albie always.
Because of the being gone and
better
everything.
for him, yeah. If he hadn't been gone, it might have been a different story. But he was gone there 4 years, and Frank didn't know who it was or nothing. And he just didn't. And one time, some of Frank's folks come down from Illinois, from down there visiting. 2 or 3 of them was there. So I think he had a dime or something. He went to store next across the alley from where we used to live, and he bought a sack full of candy. So I took him over there. When he come back, I said to Frankie, you can't go in there and open this for candy because all them people are in there, and you'll have to give them some of it, and you won't have any. So I said, don't say anything about it. And he went in and said, I got a sack of candy, but I can't eat it while you're all here. So I made him give him some, and they all took some. He didn't have much left. Oh, God.
Kids will get you in trouble.
And that's when he lost him. We hollered, we called
Lost
all the
him?
neighbors, we called town, we called everywhere, you couldn't find him. And I went around that house a dozen times, there's no car sitting around outside the house, and I went around through there and I called and I hollered. And finally I went around there, and I kept hollering, I said, oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do. And he came out from under that car.
Oh.
He'd heard me all that time hollering at him, he's up in the car. So I picked me up a little stick and I switched his leg, made some marks on him. Well, he went in the house and Mom, every time anybody come in, she'd show him them legs where I'd hit him with it. See?
Mm-hmm.
That's when I got mad and picked him up and left from the phone. Put up with him anymore. Dad said, well, just ignore him, they don't mean anything no way. So just ignore him, don't even pay attention to him. I said, hey, how can you help him? Both of them on me all the time. I said, no, that's bull.
So they said something about you switching him?
Mm-hmm. And everybody, anytime any kind of bus come to visit, Frankie, show him where your mother hit you. Right in front of him, showed him where I hit him. Oh, I think that wasn't embarrassing.
I imagine.
Oh, I was so mad.
Yeah. Next time you locked him in a closet, maybe. But it was 1940. Mom was born in 46, June 6, 46.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was. So that was after the war. He got back from the war. He got back after 45, right?
Yeah.
The war was over by then in Europe.
Yeah.
So. And then Mom was born.
Uh-huh. And Lee was born just after Mom died. I went to the hospital when Mom, we was having Mom's funeral.
Your
And I
mom,
got
not
sick
your
with-
mom.
Grandma Hibbs.
Oh.
And just before Lee was born, I got sick, and had to go to the hospital. Thought maybe she was on her way, and I had to leave the funeral and go down there. And of course, she wasn't born until maybe a week or two after that.
Hmm.
And they called the doctor when they went. He called the doctor and said she's ready. Well, he was out on the golf course someplace. He didn't show up. They called again. He didn't show up. So the nurse delivered her. So when he finally come in, I said, well, that's a fine, how do you do? I said, you don't need to trust me for this because you wasn't even here. I never got tried for it either.
For Mom?
For Lillian.
Oh, for Lillian.
Mm-hmm. I said, you wasn't here, so you're not going to trust me for it. So they didn't trust me.
So the Grandma Hibbs died a week before Mom was born? Or before Lillian was born?
Before Lillian was born.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And Nita got up on that couch, I don't know how many times I told her to get her, she on the side of it and jumped down, on the side of it and jumped down, she kept on. And then she didn't fall and break her arm.
Uh-oh.
So I had to take her back down there and have her arm put in the sling. When she get back on the couch, she slipped that up and put it up on it. And then her bed and pick it up there like that. I thought, my God. I thought she was going to pull it out of joint. Finally, she got it took off. And then she, what was she doing? Something else, another thing. And Deb, she didn't break it in the same place. Had to do it all over again. I said, my God, you didn't learn. She's just little.
Sounds familiar.
Oh, God. Of course, I didn't have a lot of trouble with those kids. They never did give me a whole lot of trouble. Even Nita slip out once in a while. She got grown, she'd slip out, and they'd drive their car or something like that. I wouldn't know it, and they'd smoke a time or two, and I didn't know it. But nothing like, they never caused me trouble like some people's kids do.
Well, they were scared to death, they said.
I guess they were. Ready to get the head knocked off. They didn't talk back to me, I'll tell you that, because they got slapped in the mouth, and that's one time only, and they never did it again. Never did. And I told him one time, I said, and I get mad at it, I said, well, you kids just wait. You just wait till you get married to have kids. You'll pay for the raising then. And every one of them told me they paid. There was a good bunch of kids, though. I didn't have a whole lot of trouble with them. We didn't have nothing. We never did have nothing much. But Lillian one time, I gave her $1.50, I think. I said, go get a pound of coffee and a loaf of bread. And then I said, you can have nothing worth of candy. That's Miss Wilson, just up the street from us. Well, she went up there and they didn't have any bread or they didn't have any coffee, one or two anyway. She bought a whole sack full of candy and brought that loaf of bread back. I said, Lillian, I told you didn't buy all that candy. Well, you said, and I said, no, I did not say. I said, take it back up there and get some money back from Miss Wilson. So I made her go back up there and get some money back because she spent it and take that candy back. Had to teach him something. She never did that anymore either.
She still likes candy, though.
Yeah, she sure does. Every time she goes to the store, she'd buy candy. And now she's off her diet some. Where was she? She said they went somewhere to eat the other night, and she had a, what did she say? I think she said she had a steak, and Chris had something, I forget, and John had something. Anyway, she said it was all good, whatever they had. But she said, then she had, when she got home, then she said, I almost bought a cheesecake. She did want to get a cheesecake. She said, no, I thought, well, now you don't need that. And she said, if I'd have bought it, I'd have went home and eat every bit of it. So she just didn't buy it.
When did Frank become a barber?
When Nita was 2 years old, he went to barber school over in Amarillo. We lived over there at Pantex, just out of Amarillo ways. And he rode in town, so Jackson, he was going to barber school to old Jackson. I'm telling you, that guy, he was a nut. He'd go along the road, and he'd wave at everybody, coming in and going, just wave, holler at him, didn't care whether he knew him or not, he'd wave back. They'd go to school, they went down to a cafe down the corner, down the street a ways to eat at noon. So there was a couple of colored guys standing on the corner, right there on the street. And Frank and I walking down the street to that cafe, and old Jackson went up there and said, would you guys move? I want to walk where you're standing. They just moved over and he walked on by where they're standing. Frank's not scared. Beth is going to turn around and jump us. A couple of blacks. He didn't care. Frank said, I was sure glad to get in that cafe, just block it, just a door or two away. He said, I didn't hope he was going to have them. It didn't bother Jackson at all. And his wife made his suits. She could sew that well. She bought material and made his suits. And they had the homeless little redheaded girl you ever saw, huh?
Who is he?
That Jackson and his wife, I forget her name. They lived next door to us out there on that Pantex we lived in Borgers. And we're in Pantex, just lived in an apartment building, things on there. And that's when he was about 2 years old. And Frankie would just entertain her. He'd run into the icebox and she'd get to her. And he'd like to wear himself out, keeping her entertained. And then he got up one down and I was making her a dress, crocheted dress. He ripped out about that much of it one time and took his shoelaces out of his shoes and tried to cut them up while I was still in bed. So I didn't finish the dress. No, he was something else. And she didn't have any hair to speak of or any teeth. She's almost 2 years old.
Good God.
I thought I was going to have to buy her false teeth and a wig. Finally, her hair come in and her teeth come in. She had better teeth and better hair than even any others. So, but I say the longer it takes to catch teeth, better teeth you have.
Well, maybe.
And her hair was thicker than the other girls. They're all cute little things.
And what year was Lillian born?
She's born in 48.
48.
And Cheryl's born in 54.
54.
42, 46, 48, and 54, all at even numbers.
Even numbers for a bunch of odd people.
That's right. That's what Lillian said one day.
Oh, right.
That's what she said. All even numbers for odd people. And my picture, that I got, where is it? I've got that picture of me when I was 23 years old. Lillian got it sitting on her table up there. Jim and Lucy came in one day and he was standing there looking at it. He said, Lillian, is this you? I said, no, that's not Lillian, that's me. It is? Lucy, come here. He couldn't picture that was me, he just thought it was Lillian.
I've got a bunch of different pictures. I've looked through these old ones and I've seen pictures of you that I thought looked just like Cheryl. I've seen pictures of you that look just like Lillian.
Huh.
And I've seen pictures, I haven't seen any look like Mom.
No.
And Frankie looks just like...
Frankie looks like his dad, I think.
Yeah.
The girls don't. They just look like themselves, I guess.
I think they do.
No, I think Anita and Lillian look alike, I think. Used to.
Yeah.
If people here in town went to school with me, they'd mix them up once in a while. But I didn't know Derek had a double.
What?
Derek had a double. Derek.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Bobby saw him one day, she started to holler at him, called him, started to holler at him, and he looked around and said, well, now, I don't know, is it? I guess she did say, are you Derek? He said, no. And I never had seen him.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he said, Eric said he said he wasn't as good looking as him, he had an attitude, bad attitude. He didn't like him, so I forget what his name was.
Who said that?
Derek.
Derek said
his dad's name was the same name as his doctor up here across the road where he used to live on Fairview. that doctor up there. But it's not his name. It's the same name as that. I forget what is Terry? No, what is his name? Jerry. He called his name, but I had never seen him. But Bobby had seen him, and Cheryl, I think, had seen him. One of them had anyway. Or Nita had, but I didn't. I didn't even know it. That's something else. I thought, my God.
Well, Talia, one time we were at I told you about that. We were at Walmart and we saw Bobby out there, and you know, she called Belly her Bobby, and then Bobby was introducing herself to Talia, and she said, "Hi, I'm Bobby," and then Talia lifted up her shirt and said, pointed at her belly.
She took Lenny out to Walmart one day, and we had her in that cart. Every time she went by anybody, she'd say, "Hi, hi." And then she ran away about her, you know. She'd say, "Hi, hi." But she's been sick. She had a virus. It's I don't know what it is. But it maybe gets sick or anything. With a sore tongue or anything like that, you better watch it because and Ligon said it was catching. They'll all probably catch it because she said it was catching.
Uh-oh. It's not good.
Hope they over before they come down here.
I was curious about that barber shop though down there. That it was Frank and Arnie's.
Mm-hmm.
But did he just take a partner and they bought it together or what?
Yeah, I think I think they rented the building for a long time. I don't know whether finally I think Ernie bought it. Arnie bought the building, I think. But Frank just worked there. They didn't pay rent. Bill was in there with Bill Gladden for a while because he transferred and got I had one over here on Union somewhere. Mm-hmm. I think he's still living. He's awful bad shape. And
who was it?
Bill Gladden.
Oh.
And his wife worked at Penny's for a while. And Arnie's still down there at the shop. He's still working. By God, I know he's in his 80s.
Did Frank ever talk about any of his Army buddies or anything? Or?
No, but those two pictures, I found two pictures. Well, I never did find Don's pictures, but I found one of his buddies' pictures that looked like the one on one side there that I wrote to in California after Frank died in Lodi, California. I wrote to him after Frank died, you know, a couple of years, and I didn't hear from him. Finally, I got a letter from his kids, and he had died. And I don't know where Don is. He lived in Minneapolis, Minnesota, but I don't know whether he's still living or not.
Was it the Arns?
Don Aldous, Harold Arns.
Arns, A-R-N-D-S, he's the one that died?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then Don Aldous was the one that lived in Minneapolis, Minnesota. He was kind of short and good-looking little sucker.
Was it Don Aldous?
Aldous, A-L-D-O-U-S.
Okay.
In Minnesota.
And you haven't heard from him? You don't know when?
I haven't heard. I never did hear from him. But the other guy we wrote back and forth all the time until he died. And then his kid finally wrote and told me that he had died. I didn't know he had, but. And them two was his buddies, I think, mostly. Of course, he had several others.
Arns and Aldous?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And they were with him wherever he went. You know, they all stayed together.
I was looking through some of his papers and said he was a bugler and everything.
He was a bugle boy, and then he was, Nita says in there, it shows that he was in a PX or whatever. Now, what he told me, he was in the engineers, Corps of Engineers, and they went out and found these mines and stuff. Now, he might not have done that, I don't know. Frank wouldn't talk about the war. He didn't talk about nothing. He wouldn't even talk about it. That's one thing he never would talk about. I'd ask him something, he just ignored me. He never would talk about it. So I really come right down to the nitty gritty, and he thinks it's awful because I don't know anything about it, but he wouldn't tell me, so how would I know?
Yeah. Well, all you can do is ask, and if you can't...
And I kept his letters for a long time, but I didn't keep them. As far as I know, I don't have any. And Mary kept all of hers. She said she found some Mary had. And I said, well, I don't know why I should have kept mine when he got a letter from me. Half the time they opened it first before I ever got a chance to read it. They opened it if they come while I was gone. They just opened it and go ahead and read it, whether it's addressed to me or not.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you?
Man, I could spit.
Who opened them?
Mom and Mary, one of them.
Oh my! And they.
All
it was
time.
Addressed to you, but they opened it.
Yeah.
Did you ever end up getting the letter?
Well, I finally got it, but it was already open. I didn't have to say, do you want to read it, because he'd already read it. And he'd write to them too, but they never offered to let me see theirs.
Oh, I got one that he wrote to Mary. You can read if you want.
Oh, shit, I don't care what he wrote to Mary.
He just write.
And all the time I was working, in this little place down there with a picture show. I'd pop popcorn. I bet you I pumped 100 pounds every Saturday for the show, and then run and make cokes and stuff like that, and sell stuff. And we got so many packages, so many cartons of cigarettes. You know, we didn't get a whole bunch because it's. So I when they'd come in, I'd take a carton and hide them and keep them, and then I'd send them to Frank. And all the time he can get them over there at the PX or the Salvation Army for 5 cents a pack. And here I was doing without and sending them over
PX
there.
or what's that?
And sending them over there. So I quit that too. I quit sending them because you get them over there for a nickel a pack for 15 cents or whatever. And here I was paying more than that for them over here and sending them over there.
What's PX?
Oh, that's where they buy stuff. Like they got over here at Enid.
Oh, is that Army?
Something like that. They buy Army stuff in there. And it's on the base. They couldn't go to town or anything like that. They go to the base and buy what they wanted or something. And
So Mary was being nosy way back then, huh?
oh yeah, they were just a nosy bunch. Period. They had to know everything.
That would have made me mad. Big
And Mary
time.
worked at the telephone company, and she listened on it. She'd listen in on people's calls sometimes. She just that nosy. If she happened to know them, if somebody else called somebody else, she'd listen to see what they had to say.
She was the operator.
Yeah, she'd be the operator. I mean, a telephone operator.
Eavesdropper. That's pretty bad, opening other people's mail.
Yeah, it is. I think it's awful. But they just didn't. Because I worked like a dog when I was helping her too, about roomers and boarders, and I helped wash and iron and cook all that them meals and stuff like that, and make up them beds and everything when you had roomers and boarders, and feed them and everything. I get sick and tired of it.
And you had to have help watching Frankie. And,
Well, I could watch him while I was doing that too, but well, she didn't have any after Frankie was born. She didn't have too many roomers, but she had. Yeah, it's on Baylor. She had old Jack stayed there, and old Ridge, not Ridge, old Jack and shit. He died and he's from down here somewhere around in South Oklahoma. He'd been in prison once for killing his wife, and he come out there and he's the one who taught me to do the leather work on leather, you know. I made a purse and 2 or 3 belts and a purse with it, and I had a good time. And I had all those tools, and Dad had some, and I had the tools. And my dad Mary didn't loan them out, and I never did get them back either. Leather tools. They was expensive. Never got them back. She loaned them to somebody. It wasn't hers to loan. Dad gave them to me. It's one, I just should have took everything he gave me. I took it to her about then and just packed it away somewhere and brought it up here. I did this, and she wanted to give this to the museum. The other, they had about like this. It had more in it. And she loaned it out, and she forgot who she loaned it to. And I don't know whether she did or not. Somebody hid it someplace and didn't want me to have it. That's just like her.
There you go.
She wanted to give it back. I said, I'm not going to.
That Bible.
And I said, that's too old. I don't know what I'll do with it. I'll give neither, I guess, to check it when I'm gone. She's the only one to appreciate it, I guess.
It'd be hard to.
They say you
store
can
all
have it
that.
and take it redone.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Have it re-leaf.
And redone and put on and make it just look like new. But how they do it, I don't know with all that stuff in there. I just really don't know. They'd probably take a fortune to have it done.
It might be.
I expect it would. So I'll never be able to have it done.
Well, it won't get hurt being wrapped up the
Wrap
way
it
it
up, put
is.
it back in that sack, and put it back in the box, and just keep it back, put it back in there. And,
It's lasted for how long?
yeah.
Over 100 years.
1887.
Yeah, that's over 100 years. 115.
That other one was about that old too. It was just about that big, but it was real old. And there's a lot more information in that one. And that's why I wanted to keep it, because there was more information in there about Dad's folks, but I don't know who she loaned it to, and she forgot, she said. Mary don't do that because she didn't forget nothing back then. She just said she did because she didn't want me having it. That's why she wouldn't. And every time she'd leave, I'd go look through the cedar chest to see if she hid it in there someplace, and I never could find it.
Did y'all ever take trips or stuff? Like,
Oh shit, all the time. Jack Johns. No, Jack Holder. He took us all over the country. And we go up in the mountains, take Dad and me and Mary. He'd go up in the mountains and he'd get on these mountain roads. And every time if you was in the back seat and you was talking to him, he'd go like this. And 2 or 3 times you run off the road half the time, we were into the mountain, and we'd have to holler at him, and Dad said, you know, I don't think I'll go anymore, Mary. He's going to kill us. And then after he got out from there and had moved away, this Johnny Johns, then she particularly him didn't take us places. So he's the one who took us to Mexico that time, him and Mary. Me and Mary went to Mexico. We went into El Paso. We crossed over and we had 3 spare tires in the back. Well, he said, you can't take them across over there because they'd steal them out of the car, you know. So he stopped on this side of El Paso, and we went over to Juarez. We stopped. He said, I'll hide them. So we got the big old signboard out there. So he took them cars and put them out behind that signboard in El Paso. We went on across. We stayed down there. We were going to go eat and drink, and went coffee for 50 cents. And the food was, boy, the price was awful. We thought, well, we can't eat here, so we just had a cup of coffee, and when we got ready to pay for it, it was only a nickel. You know. Well, that made us mad. We went on across, we went and ate over El Paso, then it was old jip joint, greasy chili, and we'd eat over there, we could eat for $1. Good stuff. Anyway, we went back, and I told Mary, I said, I bet you those tires right there. We went back, stopped that Friday morning, he went out, and there were damn tires. He got them, put them back in his car. And that was the greatest thing to do, but they was there. Nobody saw him, there was no traffic much, nobody saw him put him out there, and nobody could pick him up.
Did y'all ever take trips after you guys, I mean, with all the kids and everything?
Oh yeah, we went to Idaho twice. And
didn't you say that family was up from up in Idaho, or?
Yeah, my sister lived up there.
Oh.
And her girls lived up there. And Cleota lived at Twin Falls, and Juanita lived at Blackfoot. They didn't get to see Juanita much, so we could see Cleota. And we moved at one of the houses, and they lived in Buell. And then after they left Buell and moved out in the country a little ways, right across from the meatpacking plant. And I was worked out there. We went out there when she lived there, and Mary and I went up there one time. Frank and I and Mary went and took Howard's car to swim to California and stopped back by that, and we picked apples, and we made I think $35 or $40, all in silver dollars.
Oh yeah.
And they had one store there in town. I forget what store it was, but they had slot machines in there. Slot machines. We went in there and Mary paid her money. She lost all her money in them slot machines. Well, I paid some amount in there, and I lost some, but I kept enough of them. When we were coming back, I bought me a perfect pair of shoes and a purse. I got home and never had any shoes on. I finally gave them one, I think. Anyway, that's why I didn't spend all my silver dollars. I still got 1 or 2 of them I brought back from out there.
So you made silver dollars off of
They
picking
paid us
apples?
silver dollars picking up apples. Instead of paying us money, they paid us silver dollars. Then you got silver dollars was plentiful. They paid
So
us
you just
money.
go there for a vacation and then
Yeah,
decide
we went.
to...
Well, we took Howard's car to California, and we went to buy Alice's first. Then we took his car on to California and come back home on the train. But that's how we went up there the first time. Then Dad and I and Abby went out one time when she lived there, and I was about 16, 17 then. And Dad and I and Abby went the first time Dad had ever been out of the state of Oklahoma. He'd been in Texas, he'd been in Oklahoma and Arkansas and Kansas. And that's the only states he's ever been in. And I'm telling you, he had a ball. He's kind of hard hearing, and he had a big old watch. Got up on that Monarch Mountain and walked on up the pass, up high. He got up there and he could hear his watch tick. And the height didn't bother him a bit. It did me, but it didn't bother him a bit.
This was in California?
Yeah, in Colorado.
Oh, Colorado.
And we camp out along a irrigation ditch, you know. We'd go over there and get our coffee, or get our water for coffee, and we'd cook our supper and sleep. Dad slept on a cot. Albert me slept on a pallet on the ground. And we camped out all the time. And one time we was camping out and there was straw stacked across the road. We was over here on this side of the road and over there, and it just rained like hell across the road. We didn't get a bit of rain. And then it rained hard one day going on there. It was raining frogs. I ain't lying a bit. That road full of frogs. It's coming right down in front of that car. I can see 'em. We got out and looked at
It
them.
was raining frogs.
Raining frogs. You heard them say raining cats and dogs. You're raining frogs. It did. It picked him up from somewhere and dumped him down in there in front of that car. I stopped and got out and looked. The thing is full of frogs. One front of us. That's the funniest thing I ever saw.
Did you have frog legs?
We lived there. We always parked right to a stream or a bar, irrigation ditch because the water was clean. The irrigation ditch where they got their water.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd get the water, so I went over there one day and he took a coffee pot. And he had his cigarettes in his pocket. He'd buy 2 packs of cigarettes at once, and then he'd buy 7 gallons of gas. That's all. He'd buy any more gas, about 7 gallons. That was lucky never, so he'd buy 7 gallons. So we went over, he'd get the water and take that, he'd reach down and get the water, coffee, and he brought the cigarettes in the bar ditch, and the irrigation ditch. Well, he come back and he had another pack. So next morning he got up, he went backward and get some more water, make some coffee. He brought the other cigarettes down there, coffee, and then lost another pack of cigarettes. But it was about 7 or 8 miles from the next town. So he took one of them Dad's chewing tobacco, chopped it all up, put it in a skillet and dried it, took a piece of paper stack, made it in paper, rolled up that paper stack, smoked it till he got down.
Good
Just
God.
more cigarette. Oh boy, he gave me a puff. I said, boy, my head is my life. Oh, it was awful. But oh, it was pretty country. Dad, and every time we'd stop, Dad filled that back of that car up with rocks. Well, we had enough weight, we needed more weight. And he'd fill it up with rocks, and Dad, Allie and me, but Dad wasn't much, and Allie would throw them out, you know. And he'd come out and he'd say, where's all them rocks? I said, well, they must have found the hole and fell out. But every time he got home with a bunch of rocks, so he picked up every rock he'd see. He never had been out of the country that far. He really enjoyed himself.
And this
And
is
it was
Alvy you're
so
talking about?
hot, huh?
Alvy is one you're talking about?
Mm-hmm. And there was an old Model A Ford we went in. And one of the cars was stored up at Twine String. Oh my God, we had a hell of a time. And one time the motor caught on fire or something, he threw a bird on it. So we had to clean that all out and fix it. And we'd go on. I don't think we'd ever be there. We did, maybe all right back in the back.
And that was... So what was his full name? It was...
It was Alvy's.
Yeah.
Just Alvy. Alvy Leroy. Leroy was his middle name. He never called me that. Alvy Leroy.
And who's...
And Howard Curtis.
I thought, for some reason I was thinking he was Wilson.
That was Dad's name. Hibbs. Wilson Hibbs.
So Alvy was the brother of Wilson? Or?
No, Alvy was my brother.
Oh.
Alvy was my brother. The only brother Dad...
I always confuse
Yeah,
you.
see, Dad had... he had Marion, that was the brother, and Ambrose, Uncle Ambrose. And Uncle Ambrose come back here a time or two and visited. But his Mom used to be married to Dad's brother, Marion. And they had 3 or 4 kids. And he lived there with Dad and Mom and her and Marion. Well, Marion died with consumption, I guess, or TB or something or other. And he died. Well, they didn't think it was quite right for them him and Mom live in the same house, you know, with Mom and him not married. So his wife had died before, Annie, and she had pneumonia or something. So Mom married Dad then. And they had Frank and James and Mary, and 3 or 4 more. They died when they was little. She had 7 or 8 kids. She only raised 3. And they were Dad's. Mary didn't have any. And then Uncle Ambrose was Dad's only brother that was left. And he came down to visit a time or 2, and they fought all the time they was here. They'd get in a fight over something, every time. But they enjoyed one another, but they'd fight all the time. And finally Uncle Ambrose died. And then he had Mary Bell and Jesse Ray and A.W. And A.W. was one of these. And he was a Major D at the Comico Club in Houston. And then he had a sister. She was too. She's in Vegas now. What was her name? Anyway, then Mary Bell had her daughter still living married, and her kids are. And the rest of them's all gone. They used to come down, he'd have the biggest. Mary Bell and Jesse would get down here and they'd go talking and they'd argue once in a while and we'd get tickled. And I could just sit and laugh at them all day.
Who are they?
Mary Bell and Jesse Ray, Dad's nieces and nieces, his brother's kids, and then the same way as Ida and Grossy. I could sit and listen to them all day. They get to argue about things. Now, you know, Grossy, that's not right. Now, I know better, I'm there. And we get so ridiculous, we'd sit back and let them argue. We get tickled all the time. And Jeff, he thinks there ain't nobody like his Grandpa Hardy, and girls reading what you wasn't, I guess. So Grandpa Hardy, I don't care what he said, that was right, but anybody else said it wasn't right. It was right, and nobody else was right, Jeff thought. The other boy didn't take so much like that, but Jeff did, because he catered to Jeff. And he told, I think it's bad for him to do that, but he told Jeff, if anything happened to him, he wanted him to look after his mother. And David said he told him too, but I don't know if he did or not. But anyway, Jeff took that to part, and that's what he did. And that's what made him sick, taking care of both of us, him and her both. Anyway, and that house that they built, it's first just 2 rooms. You know why those windows are there where they are?
That was
porch
the
wasn't
outside
there.
wall.
Yeah, that porch wasn't there, that was outside then. Anyway, that house is in bad shape, it needs to be redone all over, but Jeff ain't gonna do a damn thing, paint it, and that's it. He ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't gonna make fixing weddings, he ain't gonna do nothing. Paint it, and that's all. They got a new roof on it, she had a new roof on it when the hail got it, but, and he's gonna get her washer and dryer, he's gonna set it down behind him, that outside of that thing there. And then the dishwasher, he's gonna get one of those you pull over and put it in the sink like Mary used to have. It's better than nothing, I tell you, when you're a bunch of dishes.
Yeah, that's what we need.
Well, that's what Nita needs.
Yeah.
She don't have a dishwasher, she needs one of those. There's a place put one over there, I guess, in her past she could afford it.
I think she said Trila was going to give her one.
Uh-huh.
Trila was going to give her one.
Oh, was she?
Her old one.
To pull out like that or put in the house?
It's built in, yeah,
Built in?
that kind.
Well, I hope she does.
No,
That'd be nice.
She
But
said
she
that.
needs one. She don't wash dishes enough. She just to stack up, and she needs it. But
Mhm.
sometimes I put mine in there, and I'll put 3 or 4 at a time. They'll put stuff in there, and it takes me a week or two to get it filled up. So I just wash what little dab I got and let them dry. When the kids go over here, if there's very many, they'll stick them in there. I washed them one day, and they stayed in there for 3 days before I ever took them out of the cabinet. I just can't get her to do nothing. They're either going to bounce all over, she's tired, or she's got something else to do, and she don't do much. She empty my trash once in a while, or a little something. She'll come over and now and then, she'll make my bed now and then, or run the sweeper, and that's it. So, and I got that bread made the other day for them to take on vacation with them. And I told them, I said, now I got 8 loaves of bread over here to slice. Okay, and somebody over there, and they're going to go mow my yard. Jeff was. They didn't do it, so I heard 2 guys come by the other day and wanted to mow, so I let them mow it.
Well, I wish you would have waited. I could have mowed it.
Well,
Finally, I got some time
he was
today.
busy,
Anyway.
and it was getting high. He had to mow the backyard twice. It got so tall. But I'm not going to pay him to mow it every time. I'm just going to have to do something.
Well, I got time.
I can pay you to mow if I'm going to pay
No,
somebody.
you don't
I'll
have
pay
to
you
pay
to mow.
me.
But anyway, then I carried my trash out. But I didn't this morning. But I don't have. I just had one little sack, and I waited Tuesday. I don't care. Nothing in there to bother me or anything. But boy, when you cleaned out, she cleaned out that freezer. Boy, did that, oh God, Nita and I checked that, Nita did one day, we checked that trash out there, Shirley put it all in that trash. We got it out there, that thing was that much water and stuff, it melted water out that frozen stuff and thawed, you know.
From that.
We threw it out from that freezer. And she put it in another sack and put it in that thing and dug it out there, that pan, or that can. And we got that out of there. And I put one out this morning, I didn't get it took out there, I kept waiting. First it rained, I thought, well, I'll just wait a while. And then by the time they come by, I didn't get it out there, so it don't matter much anyway, so I can wait until Tuesday to put it out.
I found an old picture of you somebody took. It was in front of an old Texaco billboard, and you're on leaning up against his car. And Mom said something about you. You were on a break or something from waitressing somewhere. You had this old cowboy hat on.
Jen Marie, and that was when we had every year we had that thing, that rodeo thing, you know.
Oh yeah.
That was that during that time we all dressed up like that, and down at Jen Marie, of course, she tore down now years and years ago. I was working there then, and that was this couple of Indians and another, I forget the girl I worked with, I think Edna, I think. No, not Edna. What was her name? That I worked with now then. Margaret O'Neill. And then a couple of Indians, and his wife, they worked in the kitchen, and they had pictures of them too, you know. I wasn't very big then.
Well, that wasn't your first waitressing job, though. You waitressed for a long time.
Yeah, I worked there first, right? I went to work for Jen Marie.
Oh.
And for 50 cents an hour.
50 cents an hour.
Then I got up to 60 cents. I think I didn't get much over that. And I thought, well, shit, that's for the birds. Then I worked down there where next to that filling station, that one's in there now. I used to work in there when it was Dewey's. I worked there for a while as cashier, and I made $1 an hour there. And then, let's see, where did I work? Then I guess I went to, well, I was working at old Holiday Inn. I went to Holiday Inn and worked over there, and I was working, I started 50 cents an hour. I got up to $1 over there, $1.10 being free. I mean, Holiday Inn. Then I helped out the elves every once in a while. He'd have a big dinner or something, he'd come get me to work over there when I was off, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so then when I quit the Holiday Inn, I went to work over there at elves full time, and I got $5 an hour.
Oh, man.
And then Red said give himself a raise, so I gave himself a raise. Then I worked there until they opened up the elves, and I went to work at the elves then. Then I worked at the liquor store, the elves and liquor store. No, I was a waitress for 31 years, carrying heavy plates all the time. That's what's wrong with my back and arthritis and all that stuff. Smoking along with it, and I keep telling them kids every day, you're going to have to quit, you're going to be in a lot of shape. They don't listen to me. And they'll be one of these days. It takes so long, they'll get there. Sometimes they don't, sometimes they do, but sometimes people die with cancer and don't even smoke.
Yeah.
They're not good for you. And besides, that's too damn expensive. Either don't have any money to buy them, they're too expensive. She could pay a bill for that. Well, she buys some cigarettes. Well, she's doing pretty good about keeping up on her bills and things, though. She don't spend more than she's got most of the time.
Didn't you say you put like how many plates on your arm when you work out there?
I can carry 5.
5 of them?
Full.
5 full loads on both arms, or
No, this one I can carry 2 in this hand.
2?
Somebody would have to take one of these out so I can lay the other one down.
Yeah, you could tell somebody to take it from you?
And then I had when it was 5 or 6 wanting coffee, I put a coffee cup on each finger and the sausage in my hand, and a coffee cup, one coffee cup, and then a coffee pot over here full of coffee. I figured I'd get the coffee pot down and put the cup of sausage all around for him coffee. You learn to save a lot of steps. You carry the more you can carry, the less steps you have to take. And that walking back and forth, it gets kind of old. I got hits the door a time or 2. But I enjoyed it. I liked people. And I guess I just tell them what to eat and what to do. They didn't do anything about it. They got by with it. Yeah. He said, I want so-and-so. And I said, no, you can't have that. It's not good for you. You don't eat it. So he didn't eat it. Those Tide come in there one time. Tony's grandpa, he came in there one time. He'd been sick a long time. He asked Tony, said, now, he's not supposed to have fries or shrimp. So he came in there one time. He said, I want some shrimp and some fries. I said, Tag, you don't need shrimp and fries. They're not good for you. The doctor told you not to have them. By God, I want shrimp and fries. I said, all right, you have shrimp and fries. He said, it's not my fault. I couldn't do it. He was mean devil. That's where Tony gets it. Tony's just like his grandpa. He's mean and best.
Oh, Tag?
Arrogant son of a bitch, yeah. And he fired Derek one day, he said.
Derek.
So Derek went up in front of him and said, listen, you don't sign my checks. You're not my boss. You might think you are, but you're not. And said, you can't fire me. Well, I can't. He said, no, you can't. I'm not working for you. I'm working for your dad. So he's the one who signed the bills and signed the checks. So the next morning he came and apologized to him. I said, I wouldn't have thought it, just said, kiss my ass and forget it. I didn't know that was about to. I wouldn't listen to a damn thing he said. Did you get all their signs made?
Oh, just about. I'm working on it. I delivered a couple of them today.
That stuff you had to order did come in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just going to finish it up for one guy Monday.
Usually when I checked my mail yesterday, she said both doors was open.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why they'd be open. That's them. The boys didn't even go. They was out there, more of them down there, but I didn't think they opened the doors. Why would they open the doors?
Well, might have I don't know, might have come loose. One day I saw the back end of it laying open, so I closed it. So
It might not shut too good, I guess.
maybe not.
I have to watch that so I can shut it before they won't go out of there or something. One day I went out there, I didn't go, it rained, and I didn't go out there, and when I got the mail in, it was the weather good probably open it. I had to let it dry for a while before I opened it. Boy, that's a big nuisance.
Well,
Cheryl and them was going on, when they were in Colorado, they're going to Denver, up by Bruce's someplace. And where this big, it's a big kind of like SeaWorld, or it's got all these fish and stuff, great big ones of all this, it's a great big museum thing. But they're going to take the kids up there, they just can't wait to get there, Kelsey, and they just died and said. So Jeff told them he'd take them up there. Well, they're going there, and it's going to camp out, you know. And now, that ban and everything, you can't, if you're going to smoke, you have to smoke in your car or in a building.
oh yeah.
You can't smoke outside. No campfires. If you have a light, you got to have a lantern.
Battery probably.
Yeah. No lantern, no nothing.
No
Catch
flame.
fire, and they can't build a fire or nothing. So they're not going to be able to camp. So Cheryl said, if it wasn't for the kids wanting to steal that thing, she wouldn't even go at all. But that's what I'm saying. So they told them. And so what they're going to do is they're going to sleep in a motel a couple of nights, and then they said they may stay at Ruthie's, you know, instead of, but they can't camp out nowhere.
Yeah.
And Ruthie would have good if they didn't. And besides, then she called up yesterday. I talked to her, and she said, she called me, and she said somebody knocked on the door and said she went to the door and said, there's Larry. And she said, what are you doing here? But his mother lived here, you know. Well, she's got osteoporosis real bad. I guess her bones are practically all gone. Anyway, she fell, and there's nothing she can do. Her bones are just shattered, and she's just barely living, and they expected her to die. So he was wanting Cheryl, he was here, and he was wanting Cheryl to if something happened, that she could meet, what's her name? Ruthie. If she could meet Ruthie at Wichita, she'd fly into Wichita,
Oh yeah.
and she could meet her at Wichita. If something happened, his mother died, and they think that she's going to because she's real bad off. And she hasn't called me back, so I don't know if she's still living or not. Said she never would get any better because all her bones are just, there's nothing she can do. She's old, about in her late 70s, and they can't operate, and her bones are all they just crumbled. And they couldn't put it together, they tried. And she couldn't stand an operation anyway, so she's just dying. So you don't look for her to live too long. Her name was Opal something, but I didn't know her.
Yeah, that's not very good.
But I thought that was terrible. But that's what I got up here in this shoulder. But I take that Fosmax once a week, and I don't have a bit of trouble with it. It don't hurt or nothing. If it does, if I lay on it, it'll hurt. But I just have to take one of them little pills, and it'll like sleep 3 hours, the pain's gone. It don't bother me in it for a long time. So I take that Fosmax all the time. That keeps my bones. And when I fall, I don't break a bone. I guess they're all right because medicine does work pretty good for it. A lot of people can't take it because there's a lot of side effects, but it doesn't bother me. Thank goodness. That other stuff does, that Vioxx, it swells me up. I can't take that. But I'm taking 10 pills a day.
Yeesh.
After I get these last two, I take one a day and these others 3 times a day till they're gone. Then I don't have to take them anymore. The rest of them I have to continue taking. And I got that garlic now so I can help my cholesterol. It's good for heart trouble. You know, you don't see any Mexicans down there in Mexico with heart trouble to speak of. They eat all that garlic and stuff all the time, you know, and them hot pepper and stuff. They're not sick with heart trouble. They just don't have heart trouble anymore. They die, I'm sure, but I don't know what's wrong. But it's not heart trouble. Because that shows you that garlic's good for your heart.
Yeah, it is.
Besides that, I like it on things. I like garlic.
Yeah, me too.
I season with garlic a whole lot. When I can't eat salt, I'll use garlic. I don't use garlic salt, but I use garlic powder. But and I got some of that Mrs. Dash, and I got some new salt. It's no salt in it. It tastes a little bit salty, but it's just not a bit tasty. I don't like it too well. So I'll put a little bit of that on my egg and a little bit of pepper, and I can eat it. And on tomatoes. But other than that, I don't use salt at all. Anything. I know it, and I can get canned stuff. I try to find canned stuff that don't have any salt. And those things neither got, they don't have a bit of salt and cholesterol either, so I can eat them and go and count them.
Is that oxygen still going? Or?
So, I haven't had the oxygen on all day.
That's still going.
It goes all the time.
Or you just let it go? Or?
Yeah, it's just continuous. It just goes all the time. It never runs out.
You haven't been needing it lately? Or?
I didn't have it all day yesterday. Don't tell me. I didn't have it all day yesterday. And I went to bed, I took it, I slept on it half the night. And I took it off this morning, I hadn't had it on all day.
Oh, you
And I
slept
had
with it
him.
down in here?
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to do that?
But see, it hurts my nose sometimes, you know. It gets sore, I wear it all the time. And, but if I'm not short of breath, why should I have to put it on if I don't need it?
Well, no, that's the way.
And if I walk in the kitchen, wash a few dishes, or fix a little something or other, I get panting just a little bit, and I'll just come sit down for a few seconds, and I'll be back and go back and do it again. So I haven't had it all day, and I haven't coughed hardly at all.
Well, that's good.
So
Because that coughing will take a lot out of
it
it.
does. Every time I go to coughing, I get panting like I'm not going to get my breath. It scares me. I haven't done that today. So I'm getting a lot better, and I can walk better. I haven't tried to the post office, to the mailbox yet. I haven't tried to get to the mailbox yet.
Oh, I can go
But
do that.
I thought, well, I'll just one of these days on me. But I've got to water these flowers in the morning. I'm going to water them yesterday, they got a little rain. And then this now here, neither watered for me yesterday, now I watered this the day before, at the meadow. And it's getting way tall and got a little bitty bloom, but it's not getting tomatoes on it yet. Wonder if neither's got any more
Mm-hmm.
on
She
hers.
already had some before that hailstorm.
So,
Let me go check your mail.